I'm standing in Daniel's study and my hands won't stop shaking. The external hard drive sits on his desk, glowing blue in the dim afternoon light. I found it 30 minutes ago tucked behind a false panel in his filing cabinet. The panel I discovered purely by accident when I knocked over his trophy from Teacher of the Year and heard the hollow sound it made against the wall. The video is playing on his computer screen. A woman, in her bedroom, undressing. She has no idea she's being watched. I recognize her immediately. Karen Chen, our neighbor 3 houses down, the one who always brings us homemade dumplings at Christmas. My chest tightens so hard I can barely breathe. I click to the next file. Another woman, another bedroom, another moment of privacy violated. 32 years of marriage. 32 years of sleeping beside this man, eating breakfast with him, raising our daughter with him. 32 years of believing I knew who Daniel Walker was. I was wrong. The sound of his car pulling into the driveway makes my heart slam against my ribs. I have maybe 2 minutes before he walks through that door. My fingers fumble as I eject the hard drive and shove it into my purse. I close the filing cabinet. I push the trophy back into place. Everything needs to look exactly as it was. Everything needs to be normal. I'm in the kitchen when he comes in, pretending to chop vegetables for dinner. The knife feels dangerous in my hand. I set it down carefully. "Hey, sweetheart." Daniel's voice is warm, familiar, safe. He's always had that voice, gentle, patient. The voice that calmed Emily when she had nightmares as a child. The voice that talked down angry parents at school board meetings. The voice I trusted more than my own. He kisses my cheek. I force myself not to flinch. "How was your day?" I ask. My voice sounds almost normal. Almost. "Oh, you know, budget meetings, paperwork, the usual excitement." He loosens his tie and smiles at me. That smile. I've loved that smile for 3 decades. "What about you?" "Quiet day, just catching up on some work from home." His eyes flicker across my face. Daniel has always been able to read me. It's one of the things I loved about him. He could tell when I was stressed, when I needed space, when I needed him to hold me. Now that ability feels like a weapon pointed at my head. "You sure you're okay?" he asks. "You seem a little off." "I'm fine, just tired." He nods slowly, still watching me. Then he heads upstairs to change. The moment I hear his footsteps on the 2nd floor, I grab my phone and lock myself in the bathroom. My hands are shaking so badly I can barely type. I pull up my email and send a message to myself with the subject line "insurance documents" and attach 3 of the video files I managed to copy to my phone before he got home. Evidence. I need evidence. I flush the toilet and run the water, establishing an alibi for why I was in here so long. When I come out, Daniel is standing in the hallway. "Grace." His voice is different now, lower. "Were you in my study today?" My heart stops. "What?" "No." "Why?" "The trophy. It's moved." I laugh. It sounds brittle even to my own ears. "Daniel, I haven't been near your study. Maybe you bumped it this morning." He stares at me for a long moment, then he smiles again. "You're probably right. I've been so scattered lately." We eat dinner in near silence. The chicken tastes like cardboard in my mouth. I keep waiting for him to say something to accuse me, to reveal that he knows what I know. But he just sits there, cutting his food into precise pieces, asking me about my day at the accounting firm, telling me about a funny thing one of his students said. This is the man everyone in town loves. Daniel Walker, dedicated teacher, devoted husband, pillar of the community. I want to scream. That night, I lie in bed next to him, staring at the ceiling. He's reading a book about World War II history. I'm pretending to read a novel. The words swim meaninglessly on the page. I keep thinking about all the signs I ignored. The security cameras he installed 5 years ago. He said they made him feel safer. I wanted to take them down because I didn't like the feeling of being watched in my own home, but he insisted. He kept accidentally turning them back on after I disabled them. The way he always volunteered to fix things for our female neighbours, water heaters, electrical outlets, computer problems. I thought he was being helpful. That time Karen Chen mentioned she felt like someone was watching her through her bedroom window. I told her she was probably just stressed from her divorce. I defended him. Every time. God, I defended him. Gracie, Daniel's voice cuts through my thoughts. Are you sure you're okay? You've been acting strange since I got home. I told you. I'm just tired. He sets his book aside and turns to face me. His hand reaches out to touch my shoulder. I force myself not to pull away. We've been married for 32 years, he says softly. I know when something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Is it Emily? Are you worried about her? Our daughter, Emily, 26 years old, working as a nursing intern in Portland. Safe, far away from here. The thought hits me like a punch to the stomach. Was Emily ever on those videos? I need to know. But I can't check right now. Not with Daniel next to me. I'm always a little worried about Emily, I say. It's not a lie. But she seems happy. She's strong, like her mother. He leans over and kisses my forehead. Get some sleep, sweetheart. He turns off his light. Within minutes, his breathing deepens into sleep. I lie awake until 3 in the morning. The next day, I call in sick to work. Daniel leaves for school at 7:30. The moment his car disappears around the corner, I'm back in his study. I need to see everything, all of it. There are more hard drives. 4 of them, hidden behind that false panel. Years of footage. I start going through the files, methodically, desperately searching for Emily's name, Emily's face, any trace of my daughter. Nothing. Relief floods through me so intensely that I have to sit down. My hands are shaking. Tears stream down my face. He spared her. Whatever twisted compulsion drives him, he drew the line at his own daughter. But the relief only lasts a moment before a new horror sets in. If he's capable of this level of deception, what else don't I know? How long has this been going on? How many women? I keep searching. The files are organized by date and location, our neighborhood, the gym where Daniel works out, the school where he teaches. Oh God, the school. There are videos of the teacher's lounge, the women's bathroom, the female teacher's offices. I'm going to be sick. I barely make it to the bathroom before I throw up. When I can stand again, I wash my face and look at myself in the mirror. Grace Walker, 52 years old. Chief accountant at a mid-sized firm. Sensible. Practical. The woman who always sees things clearly. Except I didn't see this. For 32 years, I didn't see this. I copy everything I can onto a flash drive. It takes hours. By the time I hear Daniel's car in the driveway at 4 o'clock, I've replaced everything exactly as it was. But when he walks in, I know immediately that something has changed. His smile is the same. His greeting is the same. But his eyes are different. Calculating. Alert. Feeling better? He asks. A little. I think I just needed rest. Glad to hear it. He sets his briefcase down. I was thinking we could order takeout tonight. Chinese food? Your favorite? Sure. That sounds good. He pulls out his phone to place the order, and I notice his hands are completely steady. No nervousness. No guilt. He's acting exactly the same as always. That's when I realize something terrifying. He knows I found the drives. And he doesn't care. Or worse, he's been planning for this moment. Over the next week, I start noticing small changes. Daniel is watching me more carefully. Not obviously. Just little glances. Questions about my schedule. Comments about where I've been. He's tightening his control. And I'm gathering evidence as fast as I can. I photograph the hidden compartment. I document the times and dates on the files. I reach out to an old friend from college who's now a detective in the county sheriff's office. I'm careful. I use a burner phone I bought with cash. I send emails from a library computer. But Daniel is smart. He's been doing this for years without getting caught. On Thursday night, I find a new camera in our bedroom. It's tiny. Professional grade. Hidden in the smoke detector. My knees buckle and I have to grab the dresser to stay upright. I've become his next target. That night, I sleep in the guest room. I tell Daniel I have a cold and don't want to keep him awake with my coughing. He doesn't argue, just smiles and says, "Whatever you need, sweetheart." On Friday evening, Emily calls. She's coming home for a surprise visit. She got a week off work and wants to see us. No, 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 no. That's wonderful, honey, I say, my voice bright and false. When do you arrive? Tomorrow afternoon. I'm taking the early flight. Daniel overhears the conversation. His face lights up with genuine joy. Emily's coming home? That's fantastic. He's so good at this. The loving father routine. And it's not entirely a routine, I realize with growing horror. He does love her. In his own twisted way, he loves us both. That makes it so much worse. Emily arrives on Saturday at 3 o'clock. She looks beautiful, healthy, happy. She has no idea that the father she adores is a monster. And I can never tell her. Daniel hugs her tightly. I've missed you so much, sweetheart. Missed you too, Dad. We have dinner together. Emily tells us about her work, about the doctors she's learning from, about the patients she's helped. Daniel asks questions and jokes and beams with pride. I push food around my plate and try not to scream. That night, after Emily goes to bed, Daniel finds me in the kitchen. She's doing so well, he says softly. We raised a good kid. We did. He steps closer. Grace, I know something's wrong. I've known for days. Whatever it is, we can work through it. We always have. I look at him. Really look at him. This man I've loved for more than half my life. The man who held my hand when Emily was born. The man who slow danced with me in our living room on our 20th anniversary. The man who violated the privacy of dozens of women. I'm fine, I say. Just stressed about work. He nods, but his eyes say he doesn't believe me. On Monday morning, while Daniel is at school and Emily is out exploring her old haunts in town, I meet with Detective Sarah Morrison at a coffee shop 2 towns over. Sarah and I were roommates in college. She's one of the few people I trust completely. I show her everything. The videos, the photos, the documentation. Her face goes pale, then hard. Grace, this is serious. We're talking multiple felonies, invasion of privacy, video voyeurism. If any of these women were students, it gets even worse. What do I do? We need to move carefully. If he suspects anything, he might destroy evidence. Does he know you found this? I think so. He's been watching me. Sarah leans forward. Then we need to move fast. I'll get a warrant. We'll raid the house when he's at school. Tomorrow. Emily's home. Can you get her out of the house? I nod. I'll take her shopping. Girls' day. Sarah reaches across the table and squeezes my hand. I'm sorry, Grace. I'm so sorry. Tuesday morning. I wake up with my heart pounding. Daniel is already awake, sitting on the edge of the bed. Good morning, he says. Morning. He turns to look at me. Grace, I want you to know something. Whatever happens, I love you. I've always loved you. You and Emily are the most important things in my life. My blood runs cold. What are you talking about? I just wanted you to know that. He gets up and gets ready for work like it's any other day. After he leaves, I take Emily to the mall. I buy her lunch. I listen to her talk about her boyfriend and her career plans and her dreams for the future. I don't tell her that in 2 hours, police officers will raid our house and arrest her father. My phone buzzes at 1:30. A text from Sarah. It's done. I excuse myself to the bathroom and call her. We got him, Sarah says. We found everything. The cameras, the drives, all of it. Grace, there are over 200 victims, some going back 15 years. I lean against the bathroom wall and close my eyes. Did he resist? No. He was calm, cooperative. He asked to see you. I can't. Not yet. I understand. But Grace, there's something else you need to know. What? He kept a journal, detailed notes about every woman he filmed, the dates, their routines, their habits. Sarah pauses. There's an entry about you too, from last week. He knew you found the drives. He was planning something. Planning what? We're not sure yet. But Grace, you need to be careful. Even from jail, men like him find ways to maintain control. When I get back to the table, Emily is checking her phone. She looks up at me with confusion. Mom, I'm getting weird texts from people back home. They're saying something happened at our house? My heart sinks. Of course. In a small town, news travels fast. Let's go, I say quietly. Mom, what's going on? I'll explain in the car. But how do I explain this? How do I tell my daughter that her father, the man she's looked up to her entire life, is a criminal? A predator? In the car, Emily keeps pressing me for answers. I can't think of the right words. There are no right words. Your father was arrested today, I finally say. Emily's face goes white. What? Why? There has to be a mistake. There's no mistake. What did they say he did? I pull over to the side of the road and turn to face her. Emily, what I'm about to tell you is going to change everything. But I need you to know that I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Mum, you're scaring me. So I tell her not everything. I can't tell her everything, but enough. Enough that she understands her father isn't who she thought he was. She doesn't cry. She just sits there staring straight ahead, her face blank with shock. I need to see him, she finally says. Emily, I don't think that's a good idea. He's my father. I need to hear this from him. I want to protect her from this, but she's 26 years old. She has the right to make her own decisions. We drive to the county jail. They let Emily see him for 15 minutes. I wait in the lobby. When she comes out, her face is streaked with tears. He confessed, she whispers. He didn't even try to deny it. He just kept saying he was sorry, that he loved us, that he never meant to hurt anyone. I pull her into my arms and hold her while she sobs. That night, Emily and I pack our things. We can't stay in that house, not anymore. Every room is contaminated. Every memory is poisoned. As I'm packing up my clothes, I find a note taped to the inside of my closet door, Daniel's handwriting. Grace, by the time you read this, you'll have done what you felt you had to do. I don't blame you, but I want you to understand something. I never stopped loving you. Not for one moment in 32 years. What I did had nothing to do with our marriage, nothing to do with us. I know you won't believe that. I know you think I'm a monster now. Maybe I am. But monsters can love too. And I will love you until the day I die. I'll be back. Somehow. Someday. I'll find my way back to you. Because you're mine, Grace. You always have been. You always will be. My hands are shaking so badly I drop the note. Emily finds me sitting on the floor, staring at the piece of paper. Mom, what is it? I fold the note and put it in my pocket. Nothing. Just something your father left behind. We move in with my sister in Sacramento. Emily takes a leave of absence from work. We both start therapy. The trial is set for 6 months from now. The district attorney tells me there will be a plea deal. Daniel's lawyer is already negotiating. He'll probably get 10 to 15 years. Not enough. It will never be enough. Emily asks me one day why I didn't see it sooner, why I didn't know. I don't know, I tell her honestly. I think part of me did know, or suspected, but I didn't want to see it, because seeing it would mean losing everything I thought my life was. Do you hate him? I think about that question for a long time. No, I finally say. I hate what he did. I hate what he took from those women, from us. But I can't hate him. Not completely, and that makes it worse. 3 months later, Emily goes back to Portland. She needs to rebuild her life. I understand that. I file for divorce. Daniel doesn't contest it. He signs the papers without a fight. My lawyer tells me Daniel wants to see me, one last time before sentencing. I shouldn't go. I know I shouldn't go, but I do. They bring him into the visitation room in an orange jumpsuit. He's lost weight, his hair is greyer, but his eyes are the same. Those eyes I loved for 32 years. Grace, he says softly. Thank you for coming. I don't know why I did. Because you need answers. And because part of you still loves me. I want to deny it, but I can't. How long? I ask. How long have you been doing this? Since before we met. The world tilts. What? I was 23 when I installed my first hidden camera, long before you and I started dating. I've been fighting this compulsion my entire adult life. Then why didn't you get help? Because I didn't want to stop. His voice is calm, rational, like he's discussing the weather. I know that makes me a bad person, a criminal, a predator. I accept that. But I need you to understand that this was never about our marriage. You and Emily are the two people I love most in the world. What I did to those women had nothing to do with how I feel about you. That's insane. Maybe. But it's the truth. I stand up to leave. Grace. His voice stops me. I meant what I said in that note. I will come back. It might take 10 years. 15. But I'll get out eventually. And when I do, I'll find you. Because you're mine. You'll always be mine. Don't come near me. Don't come near Emily. If you do, I'll make sure you go back to prison. He smiles. That same gentle smile I've seen 1,000 times. You can't stop loving me, Grace. Any more than I can stop loving you. We're bound together, for better or worse. Until death. I walk out of that room and don't look back. It's been 6 months since that day. Daniel was sentenced to 12 years. He'll be eligible for parole in 8. Emily is doing better. She's back at work. She's in therapy. She's building a life that doesn't include her father. I'm trying to do the same. But sometimes, late at night, I think about Daniel's words, about how he said we're bound together, about how monsters can love too. And I wonder if he's right. I lived 32 years beside a man I never truly knew. What terrifies me more than anything is the possibility that I chose not to see the truth, that somewhere deep down, I knew what he was and looked away, because looking at the truth would have meant losing everything. I've lost it all anyway. Daniel is in prison. Emily barely speaks to me. The town I lived in for 30 years knows me only as the wife who didn't know. Who should have known? Maybe they're right. Last week I received a letter from Daniel. I haven't opened it. It sits on my kitchen counter like a bomb waiting to go off. I know I should throw it away, burn it, forget it exists. But I can't, because part of me needs to know what it says. Part of me is still connected to him in ways I don't want to admit. Tonight I finally open the envelope. Inside is a single sentence written in his familiar handwriting. I'm counting the days until I can come home to you. I fold the letter and put it in my desk drawer with all the others I've received over the past 6 months. I tell myself I keep them for evidence, for protection. But that's a lie. I keep them because Daniel was right about one thing. Even after everything he's done, even knowing what he is, I can't completely let him go. And that realization is more terrifying than anything else, because it means I'll never be free. Not really. Not ever.